Hello, everybody. It is great to be here one more time today. And my name is Gary Fowler. I'm the CEO, president, founder of GSD Get You Done Venture Studio, a premier AI and quantum venture studio located in the heart of Silicon Valley. Anyhow, today I wanted to, this is part two of our show, and this is about finding the fountain of youth. Today I want to talk about my own personal discovery in stem cells. And as many of stem cells can potentially reverse the aging process. The aging process affects every living organism. And basically, it's a gradual deterioration of our functions over time. We age on a cellular level. Well, imagine the possibilities of being able to reverse that. So, what are stem cells? I don't know how many of you out there know about stem cells, but basically, they're cells undifferentiated that have the ability to develop into various types of cells in the body. Imagine the ability to go into your heart and your liver, your kidney, your brain, and serve as a kind of internal repair mechanism to be able to take those damaged cells and replenish them, replace them. This regenerative process makes them valuable in being able to treat a wide variety of diseases and potentially, as I said, reverse the aging process. In my own particular case, I went into my doctor, my concierge doctor, and my kidney levels were up and concerning. And I went into him and I said, "Well, what can you do?" And he said, "Well, this is just a process." So I did research using generative AI, by the way, and multi agent generative AI. And it came up with some places around the world that have these novel approaches that not a lot of people talk about. One is because of political ramifications. Two is they're not cheap. And three is not everybody knows about them. And again, knowledge is power. Many of you know my dog, Sonny, had cancer 6 weeks ago. And we took Sonny and again used generative AI and ask it basically, what can we do to be able to save her life? And it took all the conditions that the doctor had given us. And it came up with three places, one at Yale, another one in Seattle, another one down in Kentucky. It said the one in Kentucky could develop a vaccine using my dog's own immune system and the tumor, basically take the tumor out, send it, and they'll build the vaccine. Well, I'm proud to say, I was a bit skeptical, but I'm proud to say that my dog's cancer has stopped and we're starting to reverse that process. Now, imagine this 6 weeks ago, we thought our little dog, our basset hound, was going to pass. Well, the same kind of thing can be said for stem cells. Or imagine if you've got kidney disease, stage 2 or stage 3, going to 5, where you need to get on dialysis, and you'll be able to reverse that process, cut off 10 years, 20 years, and make it young again. Your liver, because of fatty liver and those kind of things. So I went out myself and I'm going on this journey and I'm going to document all aspects of it. I've documented with my physician my baseline coming into this thing, especially with the issues that are concerning. And I'm going to share those with you. So I want to let each of you know that there are possibilities out there. Our world is going to substantially change over the next couple of years because if you look at how stem cells are cells in the body, and basically aging is driven by cellular changes that accumulate over time. And there's a number of factors that contribute to this. And if we understand these mechanisms, it's critical for us to understand how stem cells can potentially reverse it. So imagine cells enter this state. Basically, they get sentience where they stop dividing but remain active. Those cells, those sentient cells, accumulate in your tissues, build up, and contribute to your physical decline. And you know how it happens. It happens very quickly sometimes. Well, imagine stem cells could potentially reverse it by replacing those damaged cells. They call these telomeres shortening. So telomeres are those caps at the end of the chromosomes that's shorten each time a cell divides. And they become short. That's what my doctor explained to me, leading to the DNA actually becoming damaged and then the death of the cell. This contributes to death at a cellular level. Well, imagine the ability to maintain or lengthen those telomeres using stem cells to either delay or reverse the aging process. The place that I'm going to be going to has done 6,000 of these stem cell replacements. The loss of stem cell function with age, one of the reasons we age is the quite frankly, the stem cells lose their ability to function properly. As each one of us grow older, the number of functional cells decreases, which reduces our own ability to regenerate cells, tissue, and repair the damage. So how can it happen? How do these stem cells work? I don't know if you're like me. I mean, I didn't have a clue. But imagine being able to replenish those damaged cells with healthy, functioning cells. And these therapies have the potential to restore vitality to the organs, to the liver, to the kidneys, to the heart. If you look out there, Google Mayo Clinic and stem cells, and you'll see groundbreaking research that they're doing. The problem is in the US, we're a little bit behind the times, I think, because of the conservative nature and other factors. But imagine being able to take those stem cell treatments for muscles. Imagine the results that are out there, being able to put them in where we see aged muscle tissues were growing back to, imagine gaining 40, 50, 60% of your strength and the elasticity. Imagine inside of the organs that you have, like I talked about my own particular situation with people that have come in with kidney disease that have had stage 4, almost stage 5, and had it reversed to stage 1. These are real cases, by the way. I'm not talking about pie in the sky or, conspiracy theory. I'm talking about real cases at a real place. But I'm going to do it myself, so I'm going to be able to tell you directly. So in 3 weeks from now, when I get online, I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening with me. I'm going to tell you what the journey's like. Because I think part of the problem we have out there is infobesity. We just don't know what's out there. We don't know what the possibilities are. So one of the most exciting aspects of the stem cell research is the potential to be able to reverse that cellular sentience that I talked about by replacing those old dysfunctional cells with new healthy ones using therapies that could address the basic causes of aging. There's been a lot of research out there. They've used animal models on aging, stem cell treatment in animals to show the potential to extend lifespan and rejuvenate tissues. But I'm not just talking about this. I mean, they're doing it in places all over the world, in Panama, in Costa Rica, in Thailand, in the US on a limited basis. Things like for hips, things like for discs. It's in its early days, but there are cases that have come where people have gotten treated for things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Last week, supracerebral palsy, one of the cases that the group that I'm going to be going to in Thailand had a case come in, and the guy came out about an hour later. And it's, the problem is some of these cures are so miraculous that you almost got to dumb them down. But imagine being able to go from not being able to walk or barely be able to walk to be able to walk and talk again in a very short period of time. Some of the things you can imagine you could treat: arthritis, degenerative eye diseases, cardiovascular conditions, people that have had heart attack. You can Google Mel Gibson online and listen to him at Joe Rogan talking about his own father. So the purpose of this podcast, I normally do my podcast, my background's AI. And by the way, I use AI to discover a lot of these things, incredible things. But for each one of you that are out there, what I want to do is just provide you with some knowledge, because I believe with that intellectual capacity is evenly spread, but opportunities are not. And part of it, we just don't know where to go. So I told you about my dog, Sonny, and cancer and what happened over the last 6 weeks. I'm telling you about stem cells and myself, and I'm going to be a living guinea pig to tell you what the results are. So stay tuned. I'll be back again next week with another exciting, probably on Saturday, because Sunday I'm going to be keynoting over in Paris. But I'll be back online to tell you more about my journey. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay healthy. And I'll be back to you again soon with another exciting edition. We're on the road to the fountain of youth. Thanks so much. Have a nice rest of the day. Take care of yourselves, everybody.